Alright, today I thought I'd make a quick addendum to my guide. One of the problems with this difficulty, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You do get a lot of really cool loot. I think the loot is the best it's ever been in this game, even in the last game. But the problem is there's a lot of layers of RNG. One thing you can do, if you're trying to find your guns, no matter how you play this game, especially with how powerful these graces are, your guns are going to be your stat sticks. So, especially if you have a Yasukani, a lot of your grace pieces are going to be your two range weapons. So right now, I spent some time on my build earlier today. I changed my weapon. I changed my fists. I got it to plus 29, and I changed it to Magasuhi's Grace. Now, what's cool is the transform bonus. You can actually transfer it between weapons. It doesn't actually go away. So, ideally, if you get one of these weapons for any specific stat, I recommend keeping it under any circumstances. Do not disassemble it for any reason, because you can always use these on different weapons, at least until you get multiples, and that way you can always change your scale and stat around if you want. I already went over my build last time. The only major change is that I've got 5 pieces of Magasuhi's Grace, so I'm trying to get this second one. Both of these imbue corruption, so they'll both benefit from that. But I need that last piece. I'm trying to get the bow, since Ryomen Sukuna actually drops a bow pretty frequently. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get him to drop one with the Magasuhi's Grace, so that I can complete my build. The only thing I would need at that point is a better Susanoo Yasukani, but that's probably a long ways away. This is the last one that I got, and it's got nothing but junk on it, so that one's not even really worth upgrading. So what you do is you need to find a good scroll. Pretty much any scroll will do, but if you're specifically targeting something, you want to find one where the boss is the first one. The second one has increased stats, so if it's 2 boss scroll, the first one will go down a lot faster than the second one. So in this case, this is a scroll with Ryomen Sukuna as the first boss. So what you want to do is have these amulets here. What are they called? I've never used these before I started doing this, so you have to forgive me. Travel amulet. So these teleport you back to the shrine. What this will allow you to do is to keep just killing the same boss, just keep farming it until you get what you want. I think you can get these relatively easily. I don't know if you can buy them or craft them, but either way, this is going to maximize how many runs you get, or how many attempts you get off a single run of your scroll. So let's go ahead and attempt to beat him down pretty quickly. The build's actually pretty good at the moment, so he's been going down pretty fast. We'll see, though. I'm not that great at this game. I'm not as bad as I give myself credit for, but I'm not a top-level player. Spin-a-rooney. There you go. Back kill. So what did he drop this time? He didn't drop a single bow, so what you want to do is pick up everything and then do a rage quit. And you just repeat this. You may not be able to grab the core without dying, but I mean, dying doesn't really matter. If it's a core that you want, then you will want to pick up the core, and you can level them up pretty easily that way. So that time, for instance, he dropped one of these with an attack bonus, which is not terrible. You definitely want to look at your divine items as well, because there's a chance that there may be a Yasukani in there. One thing you can also do as well is on your accessories, you want to temper equipped weapon. So what that does is it gives a higher chance for the loot that drops to be something that you're already using. So, for instance, it just dropped another copy of these. It's not a great one, obviously, but it is what it is. So, if something you have is like the right kind of weapon, like maybe it has the right stats, but it has the wrong grace, one of the ways that you can mitigate the RNG is by simply just tempering this. Uh, it's actually pretty easy to get. You can even get it on the first tier of Umbrasite. One of the problems right now is that you can't craft quality Umbrasite, which means that you can't go farther down the tier and craft the divine ones. I guess they still want to partially time gate those on this difficulty. You'll get them for the first clear on most missions, so that should give you enough to optimize most of your stuff, but it's still going to be some RNG. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. Either way, you've got to look at the bright side here. Even if the game continues to give you junk like it is for me right now, you're getting better at fighting the bosses. And they have less health as well, so it's kind of the best of both worlds, really. You get a chance to farm, and you get better at fighting the bosses. Some bosses in this game don't get recycled that much. It's kind of nice that they have these scrolls. You can still engage with them. Get him with the uppercut. Might as well pick up the core while you're here. There you go. You actually seem to be invincible during that, so you will have time to pick up the core, regardless of whatever the enemy you're fighting is. As you can see, you get a lot of Amrita as well. I've got 152 million. A lot of people are complaining about how long it takes to level. I think that they do this on purpose. I don't think you actually intended to get to the cap unless you play a lot, but if you do need a couple extra levels just to hit one of the ultimate courage or one of the ultimate stat thresholds, then this might work well for that purpose too. So let's check what we got here before I sign off. A lot of stuff with multiple stars, but nothing I was really looking for. So I got another one of these, so having the lucky drop equipped weapon is actually working, as you can see. I got another copy of those. While you're at it, make sure you have lucky drop accessory, at least on your Yasakani. That way you can get one of those. Obviously everybody needs one of those right now, but there's so many layers of RNG to get a good one. Like, this one is not even that great, really. It doesn't have any star effects on it. Ideally, it would have, like, 0 key or something. But since it doesn't, I have that crafted on there in the chance that I can get another one. But even if it's a divine one, you definitely want to keep it around, because that way you can use the Stone of Penance or Penitence or whatever it's called and upgrade it, and maybe there's a chance that you'll get one. But if you get one like this, it may not be worth it, because there's not that many stats slots available. So even if I did get another grace on this that I needed, it wouldn't be that great anyway, because it doesn't have 0 key. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off there. If anybody wants this particular scroll, you can hit me up on Discord or in the comments, and I can hook you up with it. This is a scroll that's being passed around a lot because Ryomen Sukuna is pretty easy to kill, especially when he doesn't have the buff of being the second boss. It definitely works quite well, but RNG is RNG. This is one way to mitigate it, at least. Thanks for watching.